Magandang araw, sana okay ang lahat. So this is a supplemental lecture for the overview of probability para sa mga grade 11 na magme-makeup exam. So I'm going straight to the problem solving. So yung konsepto, pahahapyawan ko lang ng kaunti dito. Okay? So, yan ang ating objectives. So, yan. Ang sinasabi lang dito that probability is from 0 to 1 or in percentage 0 to 100%. It is a ratio of favorable outcome to the total possible outcome. So, kung tinanong ko, is it a proportion? Kasi ang definition ng proportion ay part of a whole. So, pag binigay na kunwari 60%, so 60% is a part of a whole. Ang whole niya is 100%. Okay? So, that is probability. Okay. So, probability is numerical measure of the chance of an event to occur. So, it is a number of favorable outcomes, total number of divided by the total number of possible outcomes. Ibig sabihin, mga anak, yung mga isosolve natin na mga probabilities dun sa first part of the exam should be either a fraction, okay, may numerator, saka may denominator na katulad nito, or a decimal value, ibig sabihin a value between 0 and positive 1. Example, 0.56, 0.55, 0.75, or the equivalent percentage. Pag sinabing percentage, you're just, from the decimal value, you're just going to move the decimal point 2 places to the right, and then you write the percentage sign. For example, ang 0.5, i-move mo yung dalawang decimal point to the right nun, that's 50. And then, dagdag mo yung 100% sign. So, 0.5 is equivalent to 50%. So, example, what is the probability of getting a tail when tossing a coin? So, yan, given yan, head and tail, 50-50. So, the probability is 1/2. Again, 1/2 is a fraction. So, 1/2. It is also equivalent to 0.5 if it is a decimal, or 50% if it is a percentage or a percent. Okay. So, there are types of probability, pero hindi na natin to, hindi ko naman tinanong to sa exam, pero yan yung tatlo. Classical, empirical, and subjective. Kasi problem solving tayo, so let's skip this. So, random variables assigns a numerical value to an outcome. Pag sinabing random variable, yung mga example ko doon ay yung mga x. Okay? So, there's a discrete and there's a continuous. If I recall, we focused on the dito sa part na to, yung pag-compute ng mga fractions, these are discrete. Pag gumagamit na tayo ng normal curve, yung later lecture, yun yung parang medyo may pagka-continuous random variables, di ba? May height, weight, amount of money, and so on and so forth. Pero for this lecture, mga discrete random variables ito. So, properties of probability, yan. Between 0 and 1 lang palagi. Sinabi ko na yan. A zero probability, it means that the event will never happen. Okay? Okay? So, but 1, it will surely happen. Example ko dyan, yung rabies. Pag nakagat ng rabies at hindi nabakunahan ng anti-rabies, 100% mamamatay. Okay. So, example, the probability of getting a 7 on a standard die, dahil ang values lang naman yan ay 1 to 6, is 0%. And then, getting a number from 1 to 6, any number between 1 to 6, sigurado tayo 1 or 100%. Okay. So the total probability of the sample space is 1. Ito yung hinahanap ko sa inyo pag tinanong doon is, can you check that this is a valid or accurate or a correct or a suitable or appropriate probability distribution? It is a correct or a valid probability distribution if the total probability of all the x values there are equal to 1. So, mamaya explain ko yan. The sample space is the set of all possible outcomes. Kunwari dito, sa tossing of a coin, head or tail. So, dalawa yung sample space mo. Either magka-head ka or magka-tail ka. Okay? So, pag inad mo yung dalawa, probability na magka-head ka is 1/2. Probability na magka-tail ka is 1/2. Pag inad mo yung dalawa, ang total niyan is 1 or 100%. So, it's a valid distribution kasi nag-total siya into 1 or 100%. Okay? So, another property, complement rule. So, mapapansin nyo, pag, complement, ibig sabihin, kung boy siya, hindi siya pwede maging girl. Kung girl siya, hindi siya pwede maging boy. That's a simplistic way of saying it. O yan. Okay? So, pag kunwari, sinabi ko, there is 70% chance of rain, there is a 30% chance of not raining. Okay? Ayan, no? If 75% chance na mag-rain, so complement, paano mo kuha yung complement? E di 1 minus decimal value or 100% minus 75%. It's equivalent to 25%. May isang example sa exam doon na ganyan ang gagawin nyo. Ganyan lang kasimple. Kaya 1 point lang ba? 2 points? Maliit lang. This is the probability that the event does not happen. For example, ayan, if it rains today, 0.3 or 30%, then the chance of not raining is 1 minus 0.3 or 100% minus 30% equals to 0.7 or 70%. Okay, so just to review, ito yung itsura ng playing cards ng mga matatanda. Alam ko yung iba sa inyo hindi gumagamit ng classic playing cards. So this is a 52 cards. Tas meron siyang 4 shapes, yung clubs, diamonds, hearts, and spades. And each one has 13 cards. So ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. So, yung jack, queen, king, ito yung may mga mukha, yung mga faces. Okay? Now, addition rule for mutually exclusive events. So, ina-add natin yung dalawang probabilities. Okay? Kapag mutually exclusive siya, ibig sabihin, simpleng addition lang siya. If two events, when you say mutually exclusive events, two events cannot happen at the same time. For example, yung kanina, pag inassign mo na siya as male, hindi mo na siya pwedeng i-assign as female. Simplistic, ganun. Ano? Another example ng mutually exclusive, kapag may chance na, yung probability na, ano bang maganda? Yung hindi na pwedeng mangyari, pag kunwari, chance na umulan, that's a probability of raining, so hindi pwedeng i-add dun sa probability na hindi umulan. Basta na-gets nyo yun, makikita nyo yun na exclusive events. Mamaya kasi i-explain ko paano naging non-mutually exclusive kapag yung dalawang event ay pwede mangyari at the same time. So, simplistic yan. Okay? So, i-add mo lang yung probability ni A sa probability ni B. Remember, probabilities are fractions, decimal values, or percentages. Okay? So, ipa-perform nyo lang yung operation as they seem fit. Example, getting a queen or a king from a deck of cards. So, ito medyo simplistic eh. So, the probability of getting a queen is 1 over 13 kasi there are 4 queens divided by total 52 cards. So, 1 over 13. Or a king. So, remember, yung U, ito, U, sinabi ko, di ba, or. Ibig sabihin, union nyo sila. A, union B. Either A is satisfied or B is satisfied. In this case, the probability na magka-queen or magka-probability na magka-king. So, you're just going to add yung probability ng queen plus the probability of a king. Kasi pareho lang naman silang 4 eh. So, 4. Pwede mo namang gawin na 4 plus 4 quantity divided by 52. So, just review your fractions. Yung ano nyo, yung operation yon, how to perform fractions. Okay? So, 1 plus 1 equals 2 over 13. Pareho kasi yung decimal places. So, pwede mong i-add yung numerator. So, 2 over 13, wala nang decimal yon. 2 over 13. Pwede na yon. Yung 2 over 13, acceptable na yon sa akin. Perfect score ka na doon. Okay. Pag non-mutually exclusive, ito yung dalawang event na pwedeng magsama. For example, may example ba dito? It can happen together. Okay. If both events can happen together, meron kang PA, yung event A, saka yung event E, at dahil pwede silang mag-combine, example, subject, probability na a student is favorite niya science. Tapos, probability favorite ng student ay math. Kunwari ako, mahilig ako sa science and math. So, merong combination. What happens in the Venn diagram, hindi ko na madodrawing dito, is nagdodoble ang count ng mga katulad. Kunwari ako, mahilig ako sa math and science. Nagdodoble ang count ng mga tao ng math. Yung both probabilities are satisfied. So, you need to subtract. Okay? So, ano kaya yan? A and B. So, ibig sabihin ng A and B, both, the probability that both event A and B are satisfied by one event. Example, we subtract the intersection to avoid double counting. Ayan, sinabi ko kanina. Getting a king or a club from a deck of cards. So, the probability of getting a king is 1 over 13. Tapos, the probability of getting a club is 1 over 4. Pero remember, parehong 52, di ba? 52, 52. So, ang fraction kasi, mas nakukuha natin yung na-add natin or nasusubtract natin yung fractions if they have the same denominators. So, ayun. But anyway, so, dito naman, probability of getting a king of clubs. Ibig sabihin, both yung event na king siya, saka yung event na club siya ay nasatisfy ng king of clubs. Ibig sabihin, ito yung intersection, ito yung intersection, ito yung A and B. So, king and C, king and club. So, nasatisfy niya, 1 over 52. So, paano isosolve yun? Okay? So, i-add mo lang 1 over 13 plus 1 over 4 minus 1 over 52. Actually, pinahirapan ko lang ito eh. Dapat ano yan? Ano yun? 4 over 52 plus 13 over 52 minus 1 over 52. So, the answer should be, ayan. Ay, ano nangyari? I-solve nyo nga. Basta yun na yun. Solve nyo na yun. Dapat ma-solve nyo yun. Next, exercise, recitation. Which of the following is of? Wala. Skip na natin to. Okay? Hindi ako true or false identification. So, diretso tayo sa problem solving. Okay. Find the probability of getting a 1 or a 4. A die is rolled. So, a 1 or a 4. So, 1 over 6 plus 1 over 6 equals 2 over 6 or 1/3. Ganon. So, dapat mabilis. Well, ayun. A card is drawn from a standard deck of 52 cards. What is the probability of getting a heart or a club? So, ang heart, meron siyang 13. Tapos yung club, meron din siyang 13. So, 13 divided by 52 plus 13 divided by 52 equals 26 divided by 52 or 26 over 52 or 1/2. Okay. Eto. In a class of 40 students, 22 like math, 18 like science, 10 like both. Find the probability that a randomly selected student likes math or science. So, yun nga sinasabi ko kanina, paano yung 10 students like both math and science. So, ang gagawin natin, 22 divided by 40 plus 18 over 40 minus 10 over 40. So, pwede rin mangyari yun, 22 plus 18 minus 10 all over 40. Yung iba sa inyo, ginagawa 22 plus 18 minus 10. Mali yun kasi dapat may denominator. Kasi fraction ng probability, hindi siya whole number. Okay? From a deck of cards, what is the probability of drawing a king or a heart? In a survey of 100 students, basta exercises natin to eh. Okay, may tinatawag na conditional probability. Ang ibig sabihin niyan, the probability that an event will happen given that another event has already happened. It answers the question, what is the chance of A happening if B already happened? Yan ang formula niyan. Ang ibig sabihin ng slash na yan, given B. Probability of A given B is equal to, yung N, ito, is intersection. Ibig sabihin, na-satisfy both A and B. Okay? Ibig sabihin, maliit na proportion yan. Divided by B, yung probability of the given. Probability of B, probability of the given. Okay? So, where, ayan, P of A given B is the probability of A given B. Yan is the both A and B happen together. That's the probability that both A and B happen together. And then lastly, probability of B, yung given. Probability na yung given ay nangyari nga. Okay. Sample. A card is drawn from a standard deck of 52 cards na naman. What is the probability that the card is a queen given that it is a face? So, given that it is a face, paano kaya yon? So, identifying the given condition. Jack, Queen, King, 12 cards ba yan o 13 cards? Jack, Queen, King. 12. 12 cards yan kasi 3 times 4. 12 cards. Okay? So, count the favorable outcomes. The number of queens, 4. Apply the formula. So, ang nangyari dito, probability of queen given that it is a face card. Sinimplify niya ito. Actually, dapat yan? 4, oopsie, paano ba to? 4 divided by 52. Ay, hindi ako makasulat ng maayos. 4 divided by 52. Hala. All over 12 over 52. Oopsie, hindi ko masulat yung 52. 52. Okay? So dapat 4 over 52 all over 12 divided by 52. So anong nangyayari? Nakaka-cancel kasi yan. Kasi parehong 52. So, kaya naging 4 over 12. So, the given condition, 12 divided by 52 kasi dapat yan. 52. Tapos yung ito, 4 over 52. Remember, probability is a fraction or decimal or percentage. Okay? Ganyan siya dapat. So, 4 over 52 all over 12 over 52. Cancel. Pero pag nakuha nyo yung 1/3, kahit anong jumble nakuha nyo dyan, check ko na rin yun. Sige na. Final answer is 1/3. Okay. Ito yung example ng boy na choir. In a class of 40 students, 18 are boys, 22 are girls, 10 boys are in the school choir. So, what is the probability that a student is in the choir given that the student is a boy? Answer, again, 10 over 40 all over 18 divided by 40. Kasi dapat Pero dahil pareho naman 40 yun, na-cancel out yung 40. Kaya naging 10 over 18. Remember, 10 is ito yun. Nasatisfy yung pagiging choir niya at sa pagiging boy. Diba? Ang tanong is, what is the probability that the student is a member of the choir given that the student is a boy? Ayan. So, boy. Ito dapat yung boy, ito choir and boy. Okay? Ngayon, meron akong pinapakompute sa inyo na ganito, na table. Yung iba sa inyo, nag-compute ng column percent. Ibig sabihin ng column percent, ito ay nagiging 100%. Ito, nagiging 100% yan. But what I'm asking you to do is compute a row percent. Ibig sabihin, yung total na percentage nandito sa kanan, yung row niyan dulo. Okay? So, dapat, ang compute nyo ganyan. Ito kasi, conditional probability in a table. Parang, by computing proportions like this, dinedemonstrate niya yung kanina. Yung parang, kapag total choir member, ganon. Pag boy, ganito yung probability. So, for example, ito, hypertension, So, hypertension is yung may high blood. Okay? High blood is either 140 over 90 yung iyong blood pressure. Either 140 and above, 90 and above. Okay, whatever. So, basta ito yung mga matataas yung blood pressure. So, total, yan, 65 divided by 100. Yan yung hindi to percent this is the total number of people here. So, 65 divided by 100 is 65%. Tapos, ito, complement. If this is 65, this should be 35. Okay? Kasi 35 divided by 100 is 35. And then total dyan. Yan ang row percent. Pag sinabing row, ibig sabihin, itong isang linyang ito, total niya dapat nasa kanan 100%. Kaya siya row percent. Kasi row, per row ang total. Okay. Okay, so pag lahat ng the hypertension, lahat is 65%. Conditional, given that you're a female, the probability of hypertension is 40 divided by 70. So 57%. If you're a male, the probability of hypertension is 25 over 30 or 83%. Tapos may mga tanong yan. What is the overall proportion of hypertensive? The answer is 65%. What is the proportion of hypertensive given that they are males? So, dapat ito yon, 83%. Okay? What is the proportion of hypertensives kapag female? 57%. Tapos, anyway, so sino mas mataas? Yung males, which is 83%. Okay. Yung probability distribution, ipapakompute ko sa inyo yung isang table na may mga x values do sa kaliwa, values of x, no? So, probability distribution is a table, graph, or formula that shows all the possible values from a random variable and the probability of each value. It tells us what can happen and how likely each outcome is. Okay? So, total, ayun, sinasabi ko, total of all probabilities should be equal to 1. Kapag hindi siya equal to 1, siguro meron lang error sa rounding off. So, basta it's around 0.96, 97, 99. Basta malapit sa 1%. Kapag 0.7, 0.8, or 0.91, medyo questionable yon. Dapat malapit talaga sa 1 or 100%. Example, yung kanina, tossing a coin, number of heads. Yan. Ang total nito, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 is 2 over 2 equivalent to 1. Okay. Probability distribution of the sum when rolling a die. Okay. So, ganyan siya. Yung die is yung dice, di ba? Yung pag nag-roll ka ng dice. So, these are the possible values of x. A face of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots. And then, assuming that they have equal distribution, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6. I-add mo silang lahat. It's 6 over 6 or equivalent to 1 or 100%. Okay. How did we arrive in here? Pareho lang to. Either you get the fraction or you get the decimal. Based sa mga results, ang ginagawa ng iba, dinidivide talaga. 1 divided by 6 is equal to 0.167, which is okay. Yung iba ginagawang decimal place, ginagawang percentage. So, this one is 16.7%, 16.7%. Meron yung iba, ginawa nila 0.167%. Nilagyan nila ng percent sign pero hindi minove yung decimal place. So, mali na yon. Okay? So, ganyan yung itsura niya. Para-pareho equal. Okay? What if, naging komplikado, dalawang die yung ni-roll. So, let the sum of the numbers that appear when the two fair dice are rolled. Fair, ibig sabihin, pareho yung shape, equal yung chances na lumabas lahat ng mga sides. Pag sinabing two fair dice, walang daya. Okay? The possible values of x is in a 2x2 table like this. So, yung dice 1, ang possible values niya, di ba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yung dice number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, ibig sabihin, ang chance na lumabas na 1 at saka 1, yung dalawang dice is 2 over, ilan ba to? 1, 2, 3. This is 36. Kung bibilangin mo yan hanggang dito, 6 times 6 equals 36. Okay? So, 1 and 1, lalabas 2. Pag 2 and 2, lalabas 4. And so on and so forth. Yan yung mga yan yung mga frequencies na posibleng mangyari. 2x2 natin siya. The smallest sum is 2, which is this one. And the largest sum is 12. Ito, 6 plus 6. So, ibig sabihin, sa x mo, the number variable can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yung mga possible values sa loob. Okay? Mga possible values sa loob. Kasi ina-add Kunwari, 1 plus 1, 2. 6 plus 6, 12. So, all possible values, ito. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, count the number of ways each sum can happen. So, ganyan siya. So, yung x, variable x, ito yung mga possible values. These are not the frequencies. These are the values of x. Yung mga total dun sa die. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then, based dito sa table na to, ito yung ways to get it. Ilang beses lumabas ang 2. So, isang beses lang lumabas yung 2. Yung 3, 2 beses lumabas. Yung 4, 3 beses lumabas. Yung 5, 4 na beses lumabas. And so on and so forth. Okay? So, ayan. Okay? So, ito yung P of X. 1 divided by, dapat meron palang total dito, no? Hindi ko nalagay. Total. Ang total niyan is 36. Paki-compute na lang. Pero ang total niyan is supposed to be 36. So, P of X is 1 divided by yung total niya, which is 36. Okay. And then, pag in-add nyo itong lahat, 1 over 36, 2 over 36, 3 over 36, dapat ang yield niyan ay 36 over 36 or 1 or 100%. Okay? So, that makes it valid. Tapos, hindi kasama dito, meron yung expected probability, yung x times P of X. Wala lang dito. Pero anong nangyayari doon? I-multiply mo lang yung nandito, yung nasa pinaka-left, yung value ng x, 2, times dito, yung 1 over 36. But anyway, so, ito yung itsura nung probability distribution. Ito yung lecture towards the normal curve. So, anyway, ignore that. Eto, may mga continuous variable lang just to appreciate. Ganyan ang itsura ng mga continuous variables. Hindi na natin kailangan i-solve yan. Okay, exercise. Ayan. So, number of days a student brings lunch from home. So, ang estudyante, kasi 5 beses lang naman tayo pumapasok sa isang linggo, di ba? Or some of us, 4, ganyan, or 5. So, may isang estudyante, pwedeng isa lang, ganon. Yung isang estudyante hindi talaga nagdadala ng baon. Isang estudyante, isang beses lang binabaunan. isang estudyante, 2 beses siya nagdadala ng sarili niyang food, 3 times nagdadala ng food, 4 times, 5 times, and so on and so forth. This is a bit medyo confusing kasi walang frequency sa gitna. Dapat may frequency, no? Pero ang nangyari dito, binigay ko na yung yung probability of X. So, verify that this is a probability distribution. For you to verify that it is a probability distribution, again, you need to compute for the total of Px, and it should be equal to 1 or 100%. Okay. Find that the probability of X equals 3. Ito yon, 0.25. Find the probability that X is greater than or equal to 4. Pag greater than equal to 4, ibig sabihin 4 or 5. 'Di ba? Pag 4 or 5, kailangan i-combine natin 'to. So the probability is 0.15 kasi 0.10 plus 0.05. And then find the expected value. Ang gagawin, i-multiply mo yung X, ito, times P of X. May lalabas kayong result? Wala. Pinag-exercise na lang kayo, no? O, yun. So, I hope it helps dun sa isang exercise. Medyo madami yon no? Basta ang mangyayari dun, meron kang X, tas merong frequency sa gitna. Ito, wala pala to, no? Wala to sa gitna. Merong frequency sa gitna. Tapos, you need to compute the P of X by getting the frequency dito, yung sa gitna, divided by yung total, lahat ng possible events. So, yung kanina, dun sa die, divided by 36. Okay? So, dun sa naman, dun sa table, binigay ko yung mga frequencies. You need to get the total, or nandun na yata yung total. Use that as your denominator to compute for your probability distributions. Ito yon. Ito yon. So, ganito lalabas yung sa exam ninyo. So, a survey was conducted among senior high school students about the number of extracurricular activities they participate in. Let X be the number of extracurricular activities joined by a student. Okay? So, 0. Ibig sabihin, walang number of activities. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Tapos, may isang estudyante na wala. 4 na estudyante ang walang activity. May 8 estudyante na isa lang ang activity. Gets ba? 10 estudyante, 2 activity. 6 na estudyante ang may 3 activity. Tapos may 2 bibo na lahat yata or 4 na activity ay sinalihan. Extracurricular activities. So, first is compute P of X. So, how do you do that? First, you add all of this. 4 plus 8 plus 10 plus 6 plus 2. So, i-compute ko na para sa inyo. 4 plus 8 plus 10 plus 6 plus 2. That is 30. Sulat natin. 3. 30. Ba't ganito to? Hindi ako makasulat ng maayos. 3 and 0. Basta 30 yan. Hindi naman ako pwedeng mag-type dito eh. Yeah, hindi ako pwedeng mag-type. Anyway, so 330 yan. So how do you get the P of X? How to get the P of X? So ang gagawin nyo, yung frequency, this is the outcome na nasatisfy itong 0, divided by the total. 4 divided by 30. So 4 divided by 30. You can get the fraction, or you can get the decimal, or you can get the percentage. Then, i-add mo lahat yan. 4 over 30, 8 over 30, 10 over 30, 6 over 30, 2 over 30. And then, sa dulo, it should be 30 over 30. So, pag tinanong, is it a valid probability distribution? Why? Yes, because the total should be equal to 1 or 100%. Yung probability distribution. Okay? Okay. Then, what is P probability that x is equal to 2? So, that would be 10 over 30, which is 10 over 30, 33% or 1/3. Okay. What is the probability x is greater than or equal to 3? Ang greater than or equal to 3 is 3 at saka 4. So, ang gagawin mo, i-add mo yung dalawang probability. 6 over 30 plus 2 over 30. Or 6 plus 2 over 30 equals 8 over 30. Pagsasamahin mo tong dalawang to. 8 over 30. Or yung decimal counterpoint nyon. 8 divided by 30 is 0.2666 or 0.267. Okay. Tapos, what is the probability that x is less than or equal to 1? So, ito naman yan. Pag less than or equal to 1, 1 at saka yung less nun, which is 0. So, i-add mo yun. 4 over 30 plus 8 over 30. Or, magkapareho yung denominators nila. 4 plus 8 all over 30. So, that is 12 over 30. 6 over 15. Or 2 over 5, 2/5. Okay? Compute the mean expected value. Ngayon, ito. So, paano yan? X times P of X. So, ito, yung X na to, imamultiply mo dito sa nag-result. So, 0 times 4.30 is 0. Ganon. 1 times 8 over 30, 8 over 30. O yung decimal nun. 2 times 10 over 30. Ayan. 3 times 6 over 30. 4 times 2 over 30. Tapos, kung ano yung resulta niyan, i-add nyo lang siya dito sa dulo. Tapos, yung value na nandito, that is the middle of the x here, somewhere here. So, that is the mean or expected value. Okay? So, that's all. So, good luck sa inyo. Sana mapasa nyo ang exam. Thank you.